YouTube, welcome back. This video is to present to you the changes that I've done on my AR pistol, the evolution of it, things I've changed around because of questionable legalities and just some stuff that I've done just to kind of put some cool factor on it. Also, we'll talk a little bit about the newest build. This is the build that kind of my response to, I guess, the ATF's thing about the SIG brace. I did want a shorter rifle configuration that I could shoulder. I still like the AR pistol, so a lot of people put this up on the for sales forum and got rid of theirs, but I went and kept it. We switched out a few things, and I kind of talked to you a little bit about why I did that. Talk to you a little bit about what I did on this new build here, which to me is the sweeter build. But after I did a few things on this, I came back to the AR pistol, did similar things on that because I liked a few things, like the safety selector switch. I think originally I had on here a different one, which wasn't as comfortable or sleek as the badass safety selector switch. So that's one of the ones I switched on there. And then a little bit later, I'll just kind of overview the UTG Alpha Beta Carrier. I've been asked about that. Since I've got this rifle, I have to get a larger size for that guy, it works out because it's a perfect fit for it. But I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. So going back to the AR pistol, I still have the old Bushnell red dot scope on here. It works fine for this, and the few times I've been to the range, it's been great. On this particular thing, on the older version, I did have the SIG brace on it, and that's one of the biggest changes is just replacing that out with the Thorson's cheek saddle here and buffer tube cover, and I'll demonstrate a little bit why I like this a lot better and staying legal. It's really silly. I'll demonstrate the silliness in a little bit, but it works, and I'll show you why it works for me in my configuration. I've kind of gone through a lot of these things already, but what I have here is a Fab Defense Magwell. I forget the exact product name for this thing, but it wraps around the magwell there, allows me to grab in like that a little bit better if I want to. I have the AFG. This is the Gen 1 of the Magpul AFG. What I don't like about Gen 1 is if you look at the quad rails for Gen 1, it went all the way up to the top here and didn't allow me to put these ladder rail covers. So what I actually ended up doing is taking this out and took a Dremel to it and Dremeled it all the way down, so it's more like the Gen 2 version of the AFG. I think their Gen 2 is more configured like that, and I think they realized that might have been the problem for that. So you know what? I just took the Dremel to it. So I did that myself, and it allowed me to put these ladder rail covers. By the way, really quick, these ladder rail covers, these aren't the Magpul ones. I went to Sacramento Black Rifle. I was able to get like one of these pieces for like $11 on Amazon. I think for between like $7 and $9, I was able to get 4 pieces of these. So I just bought 2 and called it a day. If you look at it, you can't really tell the difference. It's not like Magpul has its branding on there, and who really cares? I don't. But it does look pretty good. In a few spots, I actually took the razor to it. So I took 2 ladder rail covers. This is the full length of one, and from here all the way to there. And I took another and cut it. I use a razor to cut it at the edge of these, so they kind of look like they're, seamless. I have a light attachment here, so I kind of did something similar right here. I could pop this off really quick, slide the light on, put that light on if I want kind of a light attachment on this for that particular use case. So that was one of the bigger replacements. I took out the single point sling plate here because I didn't need that anymore. Actually, because I went ahead and used this thing here. Still have the single point sling. I'll get that out real quick. But so this is the single point sling I use with it. But it has one is quick detach things right over here. So I didn't need this anymore. That end plate that went over here to attach the single point sling, which is really nice because then it frees up this area when I'm gripping it. And you know, if I do need the sling, just pop it right in, and I've got a single point sling. But you know, if I'm just taking it to more static range, shooting paper, I don't need it. If I'm running gunning it, then I'll put it on. Yeah, so that's that. What are the things? Big fan of Fab Defense. So if you look at this rifle, I have one of the newer changes I've done with well, this pistol, not rifle, whatever you get it. This is a Fab Defense AGR 43. It's an awesome grip, totally awesome grip. If you've seen the other video, I previously had the Ergo on there, and what's really nice, these are both rubberized. This has a more aggressive finger groove from right where your middle finger goes to where the other fingers go. There's some texturing here that are really aggressive, so that if you don't have a glove, it's really grippy on there, even if like your hand's sweating. What else? This particular area about the grip, this right here is more of a solid piece. It's like it's a solid piece of rubber, but like a polymer, kind of blended right in. And the reason that's a difference there is that I'm not sure if you can tell in the video. Let's take a quick look at it. So right over here, when I was shooting it, it started to bulge out over here. That's where the safety selector goes, right on there. So the gases must have been getting in there and then just causing that to bulge. But you know, that wasn't the main reason why I got it. It's kind of a benefit that this is a more solid design. It was really the way it feels in my hand. You know, again, I like a Fab Defense product, so I did have the AGR 43 grip here. I've got the magwell cover here. That's really nice. The other thing I have on here that's Fab Defense is that VTS here, that right there. And what that does is, you know, a lot of people can kind of do that grip when they hold to shoot. Kind of how like I do my pistols. Let me get one of my pistols out. All right, so here's a Glock 20. It's cleared. When I hold my pistol, I kind of get it as high as possible, and then kind of do that thumbs forward type thing. So if you know, my hand kind of rolls forward on the firearm like that and down. What worked really nice for me with the BTS here is I kind of do the same thing. Let's see if I can get in the video really good here. And then so I'll talk to you about how this works really well for me without even shouldering. So same thing. Get high up on the AR grip here, and then my kind of like thumb forward grip, I go real forward here. And if you look at the VTS here, yeah, okay, that wasn't cool. It is a cleared weapon, by the way. There's nothing in the magazine, nothing chambered. That was me hitting the phase 5 there. Anyways, you go straight down here, how that catches, kind of roll forward like that, and I wrap right around. So what that does is I'm able to push forward my while I'm pushing that forward, I'm also pulling back, so the gun's kind of doing this. And there's really, the only way to stabilize it is if you hit it against something on the cheek rest, and that's on your cheek. So holding it, pushing it forward, and then right up against your cheek like that. That thing's solid. I've gone to the range and you know, just standing up, not on a bench or anything, just standing up, shooting at a target, holding it that way, it worked actually really well. So that's why I like that a lot, because it allows me to push out forward and then pull back and then use my cheek to stabilize, and that's really stable. With the SIG brace, I mean, I guess you're supposed to with the SIG brace and shoot it like that. That shooting it like this is no way as more stable than doing it this way. It's not shouldered, it's on the cheek. So that works really well. Now, I'd rather shoulder my guns. So that's why I built this particular rifle. And this is a rifle. It's not a pistol. It meets meets the standards about length here, because it's basically a 14-inch barrel, BCM, with a 1.5 battle comp that's on there, and that's got the overall 16 lat. So it's you're in between. I mean, if you look at and you try to compare it with the AR pistol, my 10-inch barrel, right? That's the only difference you've got. Now this, I can shoulder all day long, right? And that's great. This one I won't even demonstrate it on the video because, you know, I don't want, you know, the internet groups and coming down, oh, you shouldered the gun, it's illegal, I'm sending the ATF against you. Yeah, you're pro 2A and you're complaining about sending ATF towards me, that's great. Now if you're anti-gun and you're talking about sending ATF against me, and that's fine, but again, I didn't shoulder it. That was all cheek, pushing out, right up on the cheek. This is my rifle. I can shoulder this all day long. So anyways, this is the rifle I actually like taking out to the field. A lot more. This I still keep around for some fun range time. When we head out to do some pistols, I'll bring this along as kind of a super cool factor. But also for home defense, I will go to the AR pistol. You know, as far as ballistics goes, the two types of ammo that I load up for home defense, the AR pistol, is the Hornady Tap. This is the zombie version from Hornady, which is basically the same thing. If you see, the other rounds are down there. I could probably get those out, but yeah, they're in there. The other thing too is another type of load of hair is I have the hollow point rounds on there. So these two, regardless if they don't tumble because of velocity, they will be not so very good for the bad guy, right? I would think. You would never want to get shot by anything, but yeah, getting shot by an air caliber type weapon, regardless of the FPS. Now this is a 10-inch barrel. Let's get some good FPS up until about 25, 50 yards, where then it starts dropping below the point where it won't tumble. So this is why I went with this configuration. I didn't go with like the 7-inchers. I went with the 10-inchers. That's, to me, this is the perfect small-sized AR platform. I won't go for anything smaller than that unless it was something like a 300 Blackout. But on a 5.56, if I went smaller for an upper, that would really just be a, hey, you know, fun at the range toy gun. But the way I build my AR pistol, yeah, it's fun at the range, but if I need to use it, this is very effective, very, very effective. Anyways, I'll go really quick about this particular build because it's my favorite. It is now my favorite AR. I used to have the 20-inch one, which is really great for long range. So, you know, if you want to reach out and touch someone with an AR, that's the better rifle. But this one is it's kind of in between the AR pistol and the 20-inch, just for maneuverability and all that. So what do I have here? Fab Defense again. I got their stock, the GLR 16S. For the pistol grip, I got the AG43. Now this isn't a rubber. This is a polymer. And see these finger grooves in there? I can't tell you enough how just awesome that feels in the hand. Again, I got the badass safety selector switch. This particular one, different than the other guns that I have, if you see here. This has the larger one. I put the smaller one on there just because, you know, my thumb's kind of long, so if you look at it, to me it's perfect. I just do that. Oh, and then I was describing to somebody why I like the ambi safety selector switch is because if I'm shooting, flick down, take the safety off. When I'm done, I just do this kind of motion, right? I don't have to do, you know, try to get my thumb forward, switch my grip to do that. I can just push down, pull up, push down, pull up, push down, pull up. That's a benefit for of the ambi for me, and that's why I run it that way. In fact, I'll probably, if I set up any ARs in the future, definitely going to be that way. This is a lower I had sitting around. It was kind of a bit of a mistake because I wanted to actually build an AR pistol, and this was not on the list as one of those ARs. Apparently, it has to be a pistol marked lower. So I bought this and it was sitting around. So when the whole deal about the SIG braids came about, I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm going to build another one. So I took this guy, which is really sweet. I really like this guy. It's a billet lower. That's from Joe Bob Outfitters. It's their Spartan 15. It's just there. I kind of did what most people do with the fingernail polish. I used one that really matches this color, and then I filled that in. So, you know, I think that's a pretty nice touch. I replaced the dust cover with the, you know, one that's laser engraved with USA, because America, yo. Anyways, I went out and I wanted, for this particular rifle, since this was more of an outdoor, you know, field rifle where I can take out when I go training and whatnot, and just kind of rolling around in the woods. I put on the Holosun Red Dot. You know, I read a lot about it and saw a few videos about the durability of that. It's great. I put it on there. I've been testing it. Holds zero really well. And it's just a great red dot. Again, these are the same ladder rail covers that I have on my AR pistol now. They're not Magpul, but they're pretty damn good. They do make a difference. If if you're new to building ARs, you will know that when you get these quad rails, putting the ladder rail covers makes them feel really good. Those things can bite a little bit. They're a bit sharp on the side. So if you're without gloves, you know, this is really nice to have on. Backup sights, they're not the steel ones. They're the polymer ones. Again, this is Magpul. I went with the polymers because I really don't expect this guy to give up on me. This has like a 50,000 hour battery life, right up to 5 years, which is great. So that's awesome. But if something does fail, I set this up the same way I did with the AR pistol. I set it up so it co-witnesses with the red dot. If that red dot ever goes out, I don't have to pull this off to use this. I can just use the iron sights right through the viewing plane of this particular thing, and that's the point for doing the absolute co-witness for a couple of reasons. I can shoot it like this, the red dot sitting right at the tip there. If the red dot goes out, I need to just use my rear sight, like you normally do with fixed iron sights, and you're good to go. This one I did the same thing with the VTS. The only difference is that instead of the AFG, I've got the PTK, and these two Fab Defense products were made to go together. The AFG feels good and it works, but this is excellent. Basically, when I put my hand in there and I wrap it around, it once you get it aligned just right, it feels like your hands was just molded right into that part of your gun, which is great. What else? Phase 5. I like these out because both of my ARs I run CMC triggers on. They look good, first of all, and second, if you're not gonna upgrade your trigger right away, you're gonna upgrade it later. The skeletonized Phase 5 version of the bad lever, if you would, allows you to get to the pins to replace that. And based on that, they both run the CMC 3.5 trigger. It's just a sweet trigger. Doing any range time, this is totally sweet trigger. I've got the rad lock here and the bullet button on the other one. I figured if I take this, I'm gonna go out with this. I'm gonna probably make more trips out of state, Oregon or Nevada, Arizona, the freedom states, and then I can do a little twist there, and I'm free. Anyways, lately I've been on this whole mag wraps thing. You can see that on the AR pistol. I thought before that they would be kind of, they're like stickers, right? Basically, that's what I thought, and I thought they would be really flimsy. But the way this is engineered, I guess there's microscopic holes in it, so that when it does stick, the air kind of breathes right through there, and then it does a really great job when you start to the final phase of the heat treatment. This thing's solid. I can get cleaning stuff on here, and it really doesn't mess it up. It's really durable. You can add a little bit of camo to your stuff. I went with the Cryptek on there for this thing. Kind of match this sling that I have on here. This is a single point / 2-point convertible sling, by the way. I have it set up because this is really dynamic. I'm not going to demonstrate that in this video, but this is a great setup for me. I like it a lot. So that's that rifle. Oh yeah, I'll cover this thing too. I did put the gas buster on here. What's really great about the gas buster is the gases. I'd have to take that out, but there's if any gas comes through here, there's a channel for that to kind of puff that gas out to the side. So if you complain about airs puffing a little bit of gas in your face, that's what the gas buster does. It redirects that gas out to the side. A buddy of mine said, yeah, that was one of the things he didn't like about the AR, and this truly doesn't do that, which is really neat. So if you didn't like ARs because of that, that may be the one that gets you into ARs. But yeah, that's it. Oh, the most important thing, I don't know if I mentioned it. This is a BCM upper. I bought it complete. I wanted quality, so this was kind of a bit more. But it was great. This thing shoots really nice, and it's a very nice configured rifle. Anyways, let's go to the carry I got for it. So, if you've been on the other videos, you know that I really like the Alpha battle carrier from UTG. It's really dynamic. Got pockets here. You can put tools in here. You can put like 3 or 4 or 5 magazines in here. There's a pocket here for you to put a pistol, because it even comes with a holster. This is the larger version. They do have 3 different sizes. I forget what the actual different sizes are, but they have a little divider. So it has a little divider here, so you can put two different, different. I mean, I guess you could fit two different rifles in here. But what I tend to do is I put stuff in here like I did put one of my machetes in here if I was gonna go outdoors, so it fits in there right nice, right in there, real nice. And then this particular one, once the stock's fully collapsed, I can get that all lined up. Put that over. And zip it up. And also, if you can see it, one of the things is it has a place where you can put a luggage lock, so you can meet that locked requirement. And it's got this, which is really nice. If for whatever reason you need to sling this on your back all day, this keeps the perspiration. It's padded, and it keeps the perspiration from really building, because there's air pockets here. So I could technically carry this all day. If I were to go outdoors and I wanted to keep a rifle, and I've done that a lot. I go out to some remote shooting spots. So if I just have a handgun on my side, I go ahead and put this up. That way I'm not scaring any other hikers I run into or whatever. So it's really nice, and it's really comfortable. I can sling that on my back and be out all day with it. Anyways, that's it. That's my two rifles, AR pistol and AR rifle, and the UTG Alpha Beta carrier. That's a progression of the stuff I've built so far. Anyways, next coming up, I do have a Glock 29 SF in gel, 10-day wait. So that's going to be the next review and video that we put together. So anyways, Shocker Bra. Catch you later.